Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So this one's about Apexis crystals, and it's actually went through a whole bunch of iterations because, well, it's a very strange system at the minute, but thankfully Bashiok has appeared to clarify things in regards to how Apexis crystals are dropping throughout the world. Honestly, their system is a bit wonky now in my opinion, and that's actually what Bashiok himself said. Now then, first of all, what this video was originally about was farming Apexis crystals in the pit. If you're not aware, in the pit in Gorgon, basically, Apexis crystals drop off the mobs there pretty regularly. So if you go there in a raid group while you're doing your just your main Apexis crystal daily mission, then guess what? You're going to get a load of Apexis crystals. The drop rate seems to be around 1,000 an hour if you're there in a full raid group. Now that's fine, but one day I went to the pit and found that none of the mobs were dropping Apexis crystals. This confused me somewhat, so I was going to make a video just talking about the system in general and how, you know, it was maybe a shoddy nerf or something. But as Bashiok has actually clarified here, it's not a nerf at all. There is no hotfix. It's just some flaws in a bit of their internal logic and some oddities that are going on. I thought this was very interesting, and it definitely clears up a lot of misconceptions and confusion that surrounded the Apexis crystal system. So Apexis crystals will drop, or at least this is how it's supposed to work. It kind of bugs out now apparently, but the way it's supposed to work is that Apexis crystals will drop from mobs in the level 100 zones that are that day's missions. So, for an example, if I went to Shatrath City and killed mobs on a day when Shatrath City wasn't the daily mission, then it wouldn't drop Apexis crystals, or at least that's what I am getting from Bashiok's post, which honestly was maybe a tad vague. Sometimes it would be nice if those blue posts just had a few bullet points were just, that just sort of said what the bottom line of what they were saying was. But anyway, that's the way it works. So if the pit is the daily objective, or at least one of them, what you should do is choose the pit, then go to the group finder, find a raid group for the pit, and do that, because that is by far the best way of getting Apexis crystals. You're going to be able to grind out about 1,000 an hour, and then of course you'll get 1,000 from the mission itself. Now that is assuming that the bug isn't kicking in. There is a bit of a bug at the minute where sometimes it calculates the zones that should drop Apexis crystals wrong, which means that even if the pit is the daily area, it won't drop crystals. That's what's been confusing people into thinking Blizzard have done some sort of hotfix, when in fact they haven't. Now just today I did the Battle of Shatrath City, the group quest one, and I also found that, like the pit, it dropped a lot of Apexis crystals, however mainly when you stayed around the city centre and residential district. The other parts just didn't seem to have the mob density to support really efficient grinding. So yeah, there's my tip, basically, or not tip, just, clarification so you guys all know what's going on. The best way to get Apexis crystals is by doing the group quest mission for, the daily group mission thingy in either the pit or Shatrath City or something like that. And while you're there for that quest, assuming that the bug with Apexis crystal drops is not in effect, then that zone will be the best place to farm Apexis crystals. It's annoying that the Apexis crystals are A, so grindy, and B, are hindered by this really annoying bug, because honestly, the pit was good. You got so many Apexis crystals that the grind wasn't that bad, and honestly, since the, at least the top end Apexis items are just so overpriced in my opinion, I just think it made sense. And yeah, it doesn't look like Blizzard have nerfed it at all, it's just a bit of a flaw in their internal logic. Now, they did say that they are working on a number of hotfixes which should improve this to the point where, hopefully we won't be having random bugs where a certain zone won't drop Apexis crystals when it absolutely should be dropping Apexis crystals. Oh dear, it's all a bit silly, but that's the current state of things. TLDR, do the group missions, grind out in those zones if it's the daily mission, and you'll be fine. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.